Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Maureen. Good morning, Angelina. And welcome to the MyTarot Morning Reflection, Daily Inventory, and chance to check in with the universe. So I hope everybody had that amazing day yesterday. I'm kind of excited. Last night, Mina and I went to, we went up to Frederick. There is a choral group called Dragon Scales. Good morning, Jenny. So went up to Frederick and sang with this choral group called Dragon Scales, and it was so much fun. They do a lot of Celtic and stuff like that, and so I'll be playing the barone, and I will be playing guitar, and I will be singing. And I have not done that since my Shakespeare days, so kind of excited by that. So let's see how that goes. But I hope everybody else had a really, really, really good day yesterday. We survived massive storms here. But what are we doing? We are coming together as a chance to just remember to breathe, check in with the universe, see how we're doing before we go running out the door or before we go greet the world, before we've had our third cup of coffee. So, that's why I'm sitting here personally with my feet flat on the floor, just checking in with the earth and rolling my ankles because gosh, that feels good. And then doing my butt with the kitty dance and getting myself comfortable in the seat. Checking in with the shoulders and the breath. Oh, and then the neck. This is where we get a chance to just see how we're doing. Universe gets to hold up a mirror, asks us what do we see, and we're going to use the tarot for that reflection. So, I am feeling good this morning. It's that second cup of coffee. The Dreamer's Music. Well, hello, the Dreamer's Music again. I was just telling everybody else last night, I've joined a choral group called the Dragon Scales. They do Celtic type music and things like that. And I get to play the barone and the guitar, and I get to sing, and it's funny, I'm a tenor, but they're having me sing bass. So it's like, oh my gosh, I have not had to sing bass since I was in high school. So with that extra breath. So what are we going to do here then? I guess what I'm going to do is shuffle one more time. Take that extra breath. And I'm going to do our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one's a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path because this stack will lead down one path. This stack is a different conversation from this one. The question is, which one do we want to choose today? And I would say today I'm going to take the top stack, or what I like to think of as things that are right in front of us and we don't even see it. So that's cool. I'm a musician too and singer, so fun playing music together and singing in a group. Oh man, I love doing that. I got so tired of singing in rock bands because they were just not very original. And I like arranging music. It's like the universe. We get to arrange. We arrange our morning, and then we get to see the melody as we start from here. And then based on how we start our day, the melody can either go into a fast trot, an angry march, or we could just go into a nice, calming baroque. So I'm going to do hour, 3, and 1. It's kind of true. However, whatever music we start our morning to will generally dictate how the rest of the music will play for the rest of the day unless we can find an interlude. And that's why interludes are important. So, starting with our first card today, because that's always the exciting one. Well, this was the advice card yesterday. It is our Ace of Coins, and isn't it amazing? Out of 78 cards, some cards just always seem to pop up. So, if we were talking about planting a seed, taking a step back, taking a breath, then the Ace of Coins, because coins are the element of earth, which is our home, health, and finance, and all these things that keep us grounded. So this is a good grounding card before we even take a step outside the door, or as we're moving through our day. We can start at any time. So let's see where that leads us to. The Star. So when we take that breath, it gives us a chance to what? Make plans. The Star can be multiple things, but one of the things is it's our guide. You know, early, before we had all these compasses and all these other wonderful things for navigation, before we had, you know, Siri, or before we had Google talking to us, you know, nav maps, we had the stars. And this is the star, and the star is sometimes used as our guide. It's where we're going to next, but we need to actually look up, look for the direction, and then follow that. But it's going to be the next card that's going to determine what the star is leading us to, the direction we may need to look at or go, because the star can mean multiple things. So let's flip over the next card, and it's the 10 of Coins. So today we have another coin here. So we plant our seed, and the whole thing is in numerology, it's 1 to 10, because, you know, 10 is a 1 and a 0. That means the cycle completes, right? And so we're dealing with the minors here when we talk about 1 to 10, and these are just day-to-day cards. This could just be a reflection for today. But as I like to point out, it's the steps that we take during the day that lead to our destiny cards, which is the majors. And where the minors are day-to-day cards, the majors are the ones we really pay attention to. And so here we have the Ace of Coins. This is our chance right now to make a decision, to look up and see what we can find as our guide. But keep in mind that the star is not necessarily an action. The star is also called, you know, it's not only being a guide, but it's also a card of hope and wishing. You know, we wish upon a star. You know, we hope. We look at it, and sometimes we just can dream our lives away. But in this context, we have the star here so that we can see it as a guide for the way that we're going to lead ourselves. So what is the 10 of Coins? So as I like to say with the numerology, 1 to 10, if it's a race, you know, you get 1, that's your starting line, everything's great. 5s, you know, by the time you're in the middle of, you know, before you reach 10, 5s are always that challenge where you reach a hill, and then 6 you go over, and then, you know, you start going faster. But if it's a race, 10 is not the finish line. 9 is the finish line. 10 is what we do with our winnings. So this is a good chance for us to see things that we might want to finish accomplishing, things that we've started, you know, particularly the things that ground us. Today might be a good day to say, you know what, I have planted my seeds and I've grown my vegetables because I've gone to work and I've earned money and I've done all these things here. And maybe part of this is maybe I need to reap the bounty today of healthy living, of healthy eating, right? because that's part of the earth. You know, maybe there's things that we've started around the house or that we want to get done. And these are not big, giant goals. This may be, you know what? I don't feel like taking out the trash, but that's a good step for the day. It's the small things, the small steps, the small actions that help to guide us towards our bigger goals. I feel good because instead of asking Mina to make the coffee, I went out and I made the coffee this morning, whether it's her turn or not. You know, that's household, and that's dealing with the people around me. It's just a small, small, small seed. So today, and we still have the advice card, it's about picking out those small things and using that as the finish line. Using that as the star. I'm going to accomplish this today, and that goal is my star. So let's see what the advice card is. It's the 6 of Wands. And wands are the element of fire. They are our passion, our energy, our creativity, our action, our movement. You know, all this positive stuff. It's this movement. And 6s, again, I talked about that 5, and 5s are always struggles. But that feeling you get when you get over that struggle, that's 6. That's why this is often called the victory card. So today, using the victory card as a star, as our advice, use that pinpoint of light as our goal. And you'll see that the small goals, even as small as taking out the trash without being asked to, for me, or, you know, doing something that needed to be done, like for me, just taking the boxes out of the living room and moving them downstairs. Oh my gosh, it's just another step. So I hope everybody has that amazing, amazing, amazing day. Find that little pinpoint of light. Use that as the guide. And it doesn't have to be anything big. It just needs to be something that moves forward. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks again, Maureen, and everybody. Take care. Have that amazing day, and I will see you all later.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. Mysteries we have found. In the shadows we dance. Take a chance, take a chance. Ghostly figures, guiding light. Readers and seekers in the night. Hopes and fears written in gold. Truth appears as stories unfold. Flip the cards, turn around. The story